What's going on, vibers? It's your boy J.S. Vaughn. And guess what, y'all? We back with another one. Today's track is called From the Bottom to the Top by your boy Devlin and whatnot. Let's jump right into it, fam. Let's go.
Devs, OT, we got Devilish, 2007. In 5 years time, I've come a long way. Since school days, I was in a bad books always. If I weren't at the headmasters, then
In 5 years' time, I come a long way since school days. I was in the bad books always. If I wasn't at the headmasters, I don't know. Let's go.
I've come a long way. Since school days, I was in a bad books always. If I weren't at the headmasters, then mugs at me face on the walls in the hallways. I spat bars on a deal. The only thing that kept me strong and in the same roles that feds beyond. And back then, if we did a crime, hear the sirens and like, let's be gone.
Said then some roads and feds be on. And back in the days when you did a crime, the sirens and like the thumbs be going. Damn. Let me see that, man.
Thing that kept me strong and in the same roles that feds beyond. And back then if we did a crime, hear the sirens and like, let's be gone. Damn, since then, yeah, I guess a lot has changed. No, it ain't old school games, now I've got a name. And visually I've seen a lot of pain. And back then, yeah, I let beef slide, but I'm not ashamed. I was only a kid.
You said, yo, I got it. I got a name and visually. I've seen a lot of pain back in the days. I let beef slide, but I'm not ashamed. And it looked like what he said, like on some real shit, like he's relating from back from the bottom to the top and whatnot. He's like, yo, back in the days, if I had beef and whatnot, I let that shit slide. You know what I mean? And I'm not ashamed to admit that fact. You know what I mean? That's just where I was at that point, and I like that honesty. You know what I mean? A lot of times you don't get that honesty from rappers and whatnot. They'll be like huffing and puffing, like they were a bad boy from day one, and really they wasn't. You know what I mean?
I've got a name, and visually I've seen a lot of pain. And back then, yeah, I let beef slide, but I'm not ashamed. I was only a kid then. I didn't have no access to a big black stick then. Now I might run up on your boys and stick them. Snap 'em like stick men with a stick bigger than Big Ben.
And he relates it, and he says like, I was a kid then. You know what I mean? I didn't have no access to no big black stick then. You know what I mean? I like that, yo. I didn't have access to no big black stick then, and you already know what the big black stick is now. Now I might run up on your boys, stick them, snap them. Oh man, like stick man, with with a stick bigger than the Big Ben. I mean, like I'm not London, but I think they talking about the London Bridge. I don't know, big that they call it Big Ben. Maybe that. What I don't know. Yeah.
Access to a big black stick then. Now I might run up on your boys and stick them. Snap 'em like stick men with a stick bigger than Big Ben. Came from the bottom to the top. I'm from a place where the kids do rocks in the bottom of the blocks. Pushing CDs like drugs. Got mixtape money in my socks. Laughing and said he ain't funny, is it not? Mug said it big, then he flop. And it's been a whole year still waiting for your mixtape to drop. So don't mistake the plot. Yeah, I'm glad I came from the bottom to the top. Cause back then they didn't wanna know.
I like that, man. Yeah, I'm glad I came from the bottom to the top. Cause back in the day, I didn't know. You know what I mean?
So don't mistake the plot. Yeah, I'm glad I came from the bottom to the top. Cause back then they didn't wanna know. Now I can say that I did it on my own. Yeah, I'm glad I stuck to the path that I chose. Yeah, I'm glad I came from the bottom to the top. Cause back then they didn't wanna know. Now I can say that I did it on my own. Yeah, I'm glad I stuck to the path that I chose.
Yo, let me tell you something, man. This guy embodies the reason why it's so important for you know how important it feels like to be from the bottom and make it all the way to the top. You know what I mean? Wherever your top is, you know what I mean? When you know how it is to be on the lowest conditions and whatnot, on the bottom of whatever field that you're trying to freaking master and whatnot, and make it to the top, you appreciate every level from that on. You know what I mean? And you respect the game on a different level. If you was just handed this your position in the platform on a silver platter and whatnot, you'll never understand the struggle and whatnot. And that's what he's basically talking about in this track, from the bottom to the top. I like the messaging. You know what I mean? We all got to start from somewhere. You know what I mean? It's all about the grind and how much we willing to do. You know what I mean?
I can say that I did it on my own, yeah, I'm glad I stuck to the path that I chose, yeah, I'm glad I came from the bottom to the top. Cause back then they didn't wanna know. Now I can say that I did it on my own, yeah, I'm glad I stuck to the path that I chose. I've been from temptations and flavoured to rinse, and the music they savour it since. Now I'm laughing, I started at trap blocks embarking.
I've flavored to rings to music that sing. Favorite. Oh my! I thought I heard something else. Okay, that wasn't what I heard.
Then they didn't wanna know. Now I can say that I did it on my own, yeah, I'm glad I stuck to the path that I chose. I've been from temptations and flavoured to rinse, and the music they savour it since. Now I'm laughing, I started at trap blocks embarking. Derelict property with the walls caked in shit. Them days, yeah, I was taking a risk. Fell through a glass door, cut veins in my wrist. I was lucky that my main arteries got.
Woo! So he said like this, man. Them days, yeah, taking a risk. Went through a lot of glass walls, cut my veins in the wrist. I was lucky that my vein arteries got missed. You know what I mean? So he just basically saying like he went through his bouts of depression where he was trying to freaking commit suicide, but luckily, you know what I mean, his vein he fucking missed the veins and shit, and he wasn't able to actually do what he wanted to actually do, which is God bless. You know what I mean? We learn lessons and we learn from it and we keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Them days, yeah, I was taking a risk. Fell through a glass door, cut veins in my wrist. I was lucky that my main arteries got missed, and the hospital pissed with more than one stitch.
Hold up, man. Days, yeah, take a risk. Went through a glass wall. Cut my veins in my wrist. That wasn't suicide. I misread that, yo. Or did no. I started trip blocks that were properties, which. Let me freaking rewind that so I could hear it, man.
The trap blocks embarking, derelict property with the walls caked in shit. Them days, yeah, I was taking a risk. Fell through a glass door, cut veins in my wrist. I was lucky that my main arteries got missed and.
Yeah, it's the way that he framed that. It's not the same sentence, so I'm thinking it's something different. You know what I mean? I started the trip blocks on Baker's okay, properties with the wall captain and shit. Them days. Yeah, taking a risk, went through a glass wall, cut my. Okay, well that's basically, that's not suicidal. My bad, guys. You know what I mean? I had to go back and read that shit over again. That's not suicidal. You know what I mean?
They savour it since, now I'm laughing. I started at trap blocks embarking. Derelict property with the walls caked in shit. Them days, yeah, I was taking a risk. Fell through a glass door, cut veins in my wrist. I was lucky that my main arteries got missed, and the hospital pissed with more than one stitch. And this ain't a game, there's no referee. That there could have been a death of me. Now I've got to build on a deficit. 17 with big dreams, like I wanna roll in the leather beams. And I've got hearts some ain't ever seen. Seen what's possible, seen where I've come from. Now I'm uncrossable, money in abundance. Shanks and crazed gunmen screaming at London.
I like that, man. Money in abundance. Yeah, man, that's definitely the freaking huggle. I said huggle. That's definitely the hustle, man, and whatnot, yo, to get to the level that you gotta get to. That's dope, man. I like that.
What's possible, seen where I've come from. Now I'm uncrossable, money in abundance. Shanks and crazed gunmen screaming at London. And I put in 4 years hard writing. They put in more time biting, and yeah, back then I was frightened. Now I'm killing off the titans. I'm king of the seas like Poseidon. I looked up to the man's.
I'm king of the sea like Poseidon. I like that, yo. I like that, yo. He's like, yo, JB picking up the rarest bars to like, you know what I mean? Fuck it, I like that bar, man. I'm the king of the sea, like Poseidon, you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about, yo.
was frightened. Now I'm killing off the titans. I'm king of the seas like Poseidon. I looked up to the mans in the scene. 1003 when I was 13. My favourite MCs. Tables are turned. They ain't got nothing on me. Come and see. Yeah, I'm glad I came from the bottom to the top. Cause back then they didn't wanna know. Now I can say that I did it on my own. Yeah, I'm glad I stuck to the path that I chose. Yeah, I'm glad I came from the bottom to the top. Cause back then they didn't wanna know. Now I can say that I did it on my own. Yeah, I'm glad I stuck to the path that I chose. I remember days they didn't know my name and now I'm bait and I've only got myself to blame. But I don't wanna
I remember days I didn't know my name. Now I'm bait and I only got myself to blame. But I don't want I didn't want a nice watch or chain. Man, I'm reading too much. I'm the bars in it.
I chose. I remember days they didn't know my name and now I'm bait and I've only got myself to blame. But I don't want a nice watch or a chain. You can keep your fame. It's OT to the grave, then back again. And yeah, I just lost my job, so it's back to the roads. Selling weed again, he's selling white again, they're selling crack again. I've got your back again. Pure
He's saying like, yo, man, and he's just talking about the struggle now. He's like, yo, man, I've lost my job, so it's back to the road, selling weed again, selling white again, selling crack again. You know what I mean? He's basically talking about the hustle and shit that he has to do due to the fact that at this point, you know what I mean, he ain't working. You know, so this is back to the way that he used to make money. The fact that is right or wrong, it doesn't really matter. That's what he got to do.
my job, so it's back to the roads. Selling weed again, he's selling white again, they're selling crack again. I've got your back again, pure drug packaging. Didn't think when I was 12 or 13, the whole scene would show respect when he heard me. Glad I started early, now I make the whole scene prefer me. They could hate, but they couldn't unnerve me. I'm fixated with making the papers, roll without takers. I brought up the status, now they can't break us. Even God forsakes us, I watch for the haters. Yeah, I'm glad I came from the bottom to the top, cause back then they didn't wanna know. Now I can say that I did it on my own. Yeah, I'm glad I stuck to the path that I chose. Yeah, I'm glad I came from the bottom to the top, cause back then they didn't wanna know. Now I can say that I did it on my own. Yeah, I'm glad I stuck to the path that I chose. Yeah, I'm glad I came from the bottom to the top, cause back then they didn't wanna know. Now I can say that I did it on my own. Yeah, I'm glad I stuck to the path that I chose. Yeah, I'm glad I came from the bottom to the top, cause back then they didn't wanna know. Now I can say that I did it on my own. Yeah, I'm glad I stuck to the path that I chose. The path that I chose. The path that I chose.
Yeah, man, it's cool. It's definitely cool. You know what I mean? He's talking about like, yo, how shit was then and now. You know what I mean? He's giving you like his high points and his low points and whatnot, and how he transitioned through them and whatnot, and things that he had to actually go through within those stages and whatnot. You know what I mean? And he feels like he knows how it feels to be from the bottom to the top and whatnot, um, and he appreciates life for what it is. You know what I mean? And he touches. Yeah, I mean, like it's a good track. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think the chorus was a little bit heavy. It was like a heavily repetitive and whatnot. But besides that, you know what I mean? It was cool. You know what I mean? The shit that he was talking about was definitely on point, man. I really liked the in the beginning and whatnot when he had freaking said that line and whatnot. Where is it? Uh, yeah. I was only a kid then. I didn't have no access to no I have not. Goddamn. My bad. I didn't have no access to a big black stick then. Now I have. I might run up on your boys and stick them. You know what I mean? I didn't have no big big black stick and then stick them. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, man. I like that freaking stick bar and whatnot. You know what I mean? It got me going in the beginning and whatnot. I definitely liked a couple of things that he done in this track that was like really on point. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, it was cool. Definitely a cool track. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making this video and whatnot. You know what I mean? Once again, to me, the chorus was a little bit heavy, but besides that, it was a dope ass track. You know what I mean? Um, if you guys liked it, you know what I mean, put it down in the comment section all day long and whatnot. Tell me how y'all feel about it. You know what I mean? If you want more tracks from your boy Devlin and whatnot, or any other freaking videos and whatnot, do put it down there, and I get to it as soon as possible. You see this right here is my motherfucking thumb and whatnot. I need y'all to take y'all motherfucking thumb and throw it all up in the motherfucking sky. Show me some love and support in that way. Another way you guys can show me some love and support is by subscribing to the channel right down there all day long, all day long. And that's about it. I'm gonna check you guys out next time on the next video. Peace out, one love, and I'm out.